guys, how's everybody doing? Hope good. I promised you I would do a tapping video today, so that's what I'm going to do. Before I start, I am just going to pull a quick little, like a high vibe card or something, just to give us a little message maybe from our ancestors or something that might give us a little positivity for the day. Thanks for joining me. If you don't know me, I'm Christine, the founder, owner of Whispers of a Wounded Soul. I recently wrote a book, my iced tea is in front of it, Turning Wounds into Wisdom, Learning and Healing from Trauma. And I wrote another book to go along with it. It's actually a shadow book called Whispers of Healing, The Wisdom Within. And that's literally all shadow work. That has nothing to do with me except the name of the chapter and the type of trauma that I went through. So if anyone is interested, they're both available on Amazon, and I will put it in the link. I think I forgot to do it in my last video, but this is more about me helping others heal than selling my books, but obviously I want to sell my books. And especially the shadow work book that I just made. There's a couple little extra things in the back that I added, and shadow work is really important. It's what helped me heal. So that's why I try to share what worked for me. So these are the Mind Info Oracle cards, and I think I usually pull these at the end of... That one went on the floor, so that's not for us. Alright. That one just fell out aiming towards me, so I'm going to take this card. So this is Open Up. You are being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls, and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. So if anyone needed to hear that message, I've said before, these cards are confirmation. It's not like you need to sit there and say, well, let me see if that fits me or my situation. If it doesn't, then it's not for you. But if it hits you, then it's confirmation. It's something, a question maybe you've been pondering, or, you know, something you've been wondering about. That's what these cards do. And I did light my sage before I started, and I played my singing bell, so I'd already cleared the air, and I called it a bell again. I wonder why. Well, I do ring a bell sometimes, maybe that's why, but my singing bowl. And maybe one day I'll do that for you. Some days I do real well, and it sounds great, and I keep it rolling, and then some days I can't get it going, so... So these are called High Vibe cards. And it gives you something to maybe think about through the day, something to maybe do. Sometimes they're a little wild, and I'm like, stand there and pretend I'm doing a hula hoop or something for 5 minutes, but it's fun. So let's see what this one is. Well, this one's really long, but so that's okay. This is what it's meant for us today. Oh, God, with my glasses. So worry in a box. Are thoughts of worry plaguing your mind, slowing you down, and consuming your ability to focus and organize thoughts? Rest easy. There is a way to break free from the cynical game of worry and doubt. Imagine any thought or distracting bodily sensations as an object. Turning those thoughts into objects creates separation from what is real and what is merely a figment of your imagination, a result of past conditioning. Now, with those thoughts in hand, put them in an imaginary shoebox. Close the lid and place it on a shelf in your mind and tell yourself that you can go back to the box anytime, but for now it will stay on the shelf until you need it. So that's a nice little thing to do. And actually, I had an actual worry box. I had a small little box that jewelry had come in years back, and I kept the box, and then I would write on pretty little sticky notes something that was bothering me. and I would stick it in the box and close it, and try to release it. And like I said, a lot of trauma healing is releasing, but before you can release, you've got to feel it and live it, unfortunately. I'm doing one more animal card, and then we will tap, I promise. This is a spirit animal, so let's see what spirit animal is speaking to you today. These cards are just fun, and I really feel that sometimes there's things that we are pondering and things that we're thinking about, and this is confirmation. You know, this a lot of times these cards will, there goes more on the floor, but that's okay, you know, help me realize, yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Or sometimes I'm like, wow, really? Because that's not what I wanted. But if that's, and it doesn't mean that that's going to happen to you either. A lot of times, even astrology, just because it says on this day your sign might have this or that, it doesn't necessarily it's going to happen to you. It's not going to happen to everyone that has that you know, sun sign or moon sign or rising. But a lot of times it will. It'll resonate, and it's kind of neat when you're pondering something, and then, you know, a tarot reader, or you might, you know, buy some oracle cards or buy some mindfulness cards. I mean, I have a bunch here. I'm just going to pull one of these real quick. These tell you to do different things. Focus on your work purpose. Try to approach your work with love and purpose. No matter how challenging or uninspiring it might be, even if you don't enjoy your work, you can find purpose for your efforts and reduce negative feelings about your job. You know, so it's all about positivity. It just is. And once you start keeping your mind positive and being mindful, it gets easier. It really does. So let's see what our spirit animals have to say today. Today we have a dolphin. Dolphin, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. So, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. And dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. So see, they're nice messages, and sometimes it's something someone needs to hear. Okay, so we're going to do some tapping for anxiety, and I am going to look at my script here because I'm going to just go right through. I'm not going to stop. And if you want to do the tapping, I can email you or, you know, send you over, even over Facebook or however. I can send you a copy of the script so you can do it as well. So before you do tapping, usually take a couple deep breaths. You always try to hold for like 3 seconds, 2 if you have trouble breathing, and then release. You gotta blow it out. If you're feeling extremely anxious before you tap, you can take your arms and put your arms over your head and hold on. Well, you can do either way. You could just put your arms over your head and go and just push out. Just push out that negative energy. Just push out whatever's bothering you. But you can also have your arms at your side. Just relax. Shake your shoulders. It's crazy, but shake your shoulders. Shake your arms. Shake it off. There's times where I get myself upset or excited about something, you know, I mean, maybe even a little angry. And then I stand there, you know, not in front of anyone so they could see me, but off to the side somewhere or whatever, and I shake my arms down. You literally feel better after it because you just imagine that you're just shaking all that off, getting rid of it. So with tapping, you can do that as well, and you can start here. Take your deep breath and go down. Or again, if you're feeling high anxiety, you take your deep breath in and hold, and then and get rid of it quickly. So then you're going to estimate how anxious you are, or whatever you're tapping for. It could be fear, anxiety. You know, I did it for pain, and I should have continued because it helped me. It helped my back pain. There's all types of things you can tap for. So you're going to think of where you're at between a scale of 1 to 10. How high is your anxiety right now? I'm not really anxious I've been doing this stuff for so long. But, you do it right now. You take some deep breaths for me, and then you decide, where you feel your anxiety is. And now I'm going to tap for you. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety right now, I choose to feel safe and at ease. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety right now, I choose to feel safe and at ease. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety right now, I choose to feel safe and at ease. This anxiety, the racing thoughts, the tightness in my body, the fear of what might happen, the overwhelm of it. It's okay to let this go. I give myself permission to relax. I am safe and I am calm. Even though I'm feeling anxiety right now, I choose to feel safe and at ease. Even though I felt anxiety when I started, I choose to feel safe and at ease. Even though I felt anxiety when I started, I choose to feel safe and at ease. Oh, what if I could feel calmer now? What if I allowed myself to relax? My body knows how to come back to peace. My mind is becoming more still. I am safe at this moment. I choose peace. I choose to release this anxiety and what I don't need. I can feel safe and at peace now. That's tapping. And you don't even have to believe in it for it to work. It's been proven to work. You're tapping on meridian points on if you were to get, why can't I think? Acupuncture. It's that type of deal. And you're, in the beginning, repeating the things that were bothering you, that you're struggling with. And when you go your second round, now you're bringing more positivity back and what you believe that you can heal or what you're healing. I did it, like I said, for pain. I've done it for all kinds of things. When I knew someone was walking in the door that I knew stressed me out and made me anxious. So for anxiety, you can do tapping for more things, but I mainly use it for, stress, for depression even, if you're depressed. Well, you start here. Even though I feel that I'm depressed, I love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I feel that I am depressed, I love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I feel depressed, I love, accept, and forgive myself. This depression, sometimes I feel like I can't get it to go away. I know I want to be happy, but it seems to follow me. I can start releasing this depression. I don't have to feel so sad. I'm in control of my own emotions and my own feelings. I can be happy anytime I like. I mean, even that. And then you can go a second round and start putting more, deeper positive affirmations in. It's honestly really that simple, and is really proven to work. And I told a story, I believe, on another one of my videos. See, I should do it now for my fibro pain, but I'm always feel like I'm too busy. I have things to do. When I get off here, I have a couple things to do. Try not to be too busy. Try to give yourself that time. Take a hot bath. I take hot bath with Epsom salt. You can put some essential oils or, you know, some little rose petals or something in there, light a candle, put on some soft music or meditative music or no music at all, and just lay there silent. That's hard for a lot of people. They can't be silent with themselves because all the stuff comes up that they've been trying to push down. But that's why we feel pain. That's why we feel depression, because we never released it. You can't pretend things aren't real. You can't pretend it's not happening. You know, you have to feel it in order to get rid of it. And it doesn't mean you dwell on the things. You know, you think about that thing, that person that really angered you, and you're carrying that anger around. Now the rest of the day, you probably feel yourself kind of slamming things, or, you know, huffing and puffing and being annoyed because that person really upset you and they ruined your day. No, they didn't. You did. You ruined your day, because it depends on how you react. Even if you got in a blowout and screaming match at someone, and when you get back in your car, take some deep breaths, tap, open the windows, and don't get in the car if you don't have to. Go for a walk. Do some exercises, some reliefs, but you can't carry it with you. But you acknowledge it. You realize what happened. Maybe take, you know, if there's an apology that needs to be said on your side, maybe pick up the phone and apologize. If it's something that can't be fixed, just know, hey, this can't be fixed, but that meant it was not for my higher good. It's not for me. I carried so much around with me my entire life. I carried everything that happened to me, everything, since I was a child. 58 years old, right now, carried everything. My shoulders ache, I'm hunched. I used to do that years back because I felt like I was maybe, you know, not so big-chested, to be honest with you. But it's the heaviness, it's the weight of the world that we carry. We carry everything that we ever experienced. And I'm not saying all of us do, but if you're sitting here watching this and you're a survivor and you're a warrior, we don't have to carry it. That's what my book's about. Turning wounds into wisdom, learning from those wounds, healing from them. I got through music, through Jesus. I always look up here because on my mirror I have Jesus all over. But Jesus and Mary saved me. The song Let It Be saved me. All kinds of music. Long and Winding Road. A lot of the Beatles, now that I think about it. I don't know, and that push, that nudge from my ancestors, and I guess because there were times I had no choice but to be in the quiet, to be alone, to not have anything to take all that pain away. So I had no choice but to feel it. And then what I did was I shoved a lot of it down and just pretended it didn't happen. And I've been saying that for years. Oh, I can just pretend, you know, that person didn't exist, or this event never happened, or this person didn't die. When my uncle, who was my godfather, passed away, I found out through Facebook, because my family didn't reach out to me, and maybe some will say they didn't know how to get a hold of me, but I found out on Facebook, and I cried a little bit, but I just went on with my life. I lived in a different state, and just pretended it wasn't real because I don't see him anyway. And one day I was thinking about him, something came up, you know, and I cried. And I said, and then when I did my soul searching, my shadow work, he came into my mind, obviously. I went through all the death. What I did was I took sections of my life, the death that I went through, all the people I lost, and some of the people that I never really took the time to mourn because I shoved it down because I didn't want to feel it. I felt it, and I felt it hard, and I've said in some of my other videos, or at least in another one I believe I did, that I actually had a severe nosebleed. I cried so hard, and it wasn't the crying from your head. It was so deep. I mean, it scared me. Shadow work is hard, but it released so much, and a lot of the generational trauma and stuff that I carried around. And I realized that as I was doing my shadow work, there were certain things and certain thoughts that an event might have happened to me, but I took it way, how do I explain, you know, not that I took it harder, but it hit me, I guess, in a different way than maybe it would have hit me if I had been someone else. And as I'm realizing now, a lot of that is ancestral history. If one of your ancestors went through something and you're here to kind of repeat and learn, which I feel we all are, it depends on what you believe. But I truly believe that we're here to learn from things that we've done wrong, and we're going to keep coming back. And not so much wrong, but just things that our ancestors or God wanted us to learn. I believe now he wanted me to be some type of healer. He wanted me to use my voice. He wanted me to take all the trauma and all the things that I've been through that I said, why me? And now I can say, well, now I can help someone else with that because I made it through. And now I have the tools between courses and webinars. I became certified in hypnosis. I'm a certified belief clearing practitioner. I did these things not to get designations, but to heal myself. And those tools, tapping, I always talk about neuro-linguistic programming. There's so many tools out there that are available to us, and so many books, and half the time I never finished the book, and sometimes I thought it was too much. I don't feel like going through all this. I have 2 shadow work books in my drawer that I've still never gone through, and my shadow work ended up going into my computer and became my book. But I never completed them because something would come up. One was to take a picture of yourself when you're a child, grab a couple other little things that might remind you of your childhood, make a little altar, light a candle, and it was something about just talking to your inner child and asking questions, and there was prompts. I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't want to. So how bad did you really want to heal them is my thing that I can say to myself now. Come on. If you really want to heal, you have to do the work. But it feels good. It feels good not to carry that weight. And I'm still healing. You're always going to be healing because life is always going to give you something. You're never going to be fully better. People that walk around happy, it's because they're either hiding it like I used to do, or they know how to deal with their emotions and their feelings now, and they know they're not going to let it get to them because they know for some reason, for some way, even if they don't understand it, that happened for a reason, for their higher good, and something better is coming along. This door closed because another door is opening, and I really believe that more now. There was not a while back, something happened with a job, and I was devastated, completely devastated. This just ruined my life. This is, but as time was going on, I realized that that job wasn't for me because something else out there there was something else out there. And if I had not gone through that issue, I wouldn't have turned. If that door didn't close, I wouldn't have turned and saw this door. And that goes for everything in life. So anyway, I wasn't trying to lecture you. Again, I'm trying to just share what I've learned and what I know and what works for me and what works for thousands of people. The stuff that I research and study, there's people that have years and years and years have dedicated their lives to studying these things. And quantum physics is something that's been studied, and that has a lot to do with the government even did, mind control type things. And not necessarily control. I'm not trying to control your mind. But just to say that hypnosis and all of that stuff really works. It does. You just have to want it, and you have to do the work. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoy following me and my what I talk about resonates, I hate saying the word content because I'm not here to be one of these influencer people. I almost didn't want to make this channel or my Facebook page because I didn't want to be that, and sometimes I probably don't post enough either way because I don't want to bombard people, but I feel now that I'm called to do this. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help. So anything that I could do, anyone, please reach out to me. I do one-on-one sessions. It's in my Ko-fi, K-O-F-I page. I will link that too in the description, and if you're watching this and it's not in the description yet, I will get it in there. It takes almost an hour to upload a 20-minute video, and then I have to add all the things to it, and I'm still learning. I think this is only my 5th or 6th video. So again, thank you so much for watching me, for buying my books, for following me on Facebook. The follows and the likes and the comments and all of that does get the algorithm flowing to make other people find me. And that's what this is about. It's not about books and making money, even though obviously it's nice to survive. But to pour my heart out and everything I've been through and hope that it helps other people. So that's it for today. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and you will if you make it a beautiful, blessed day. No matter what happens, no matter what it is, no matter how hard it is. And trust me, I've been there and had it all done to me. And just you choose how you're going to handle the situation, and just know that somewhere, some way, there was a reason for this, even if you don't see it, even if you think it's the most horrible thing, and how could there ever be a reason? There is. Okay? Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.